It'll
be fine. Hi guys, we're live.
Hi.
I know, isn't it so fun? Katelynn, I don't really know how to explain what we're doing live besides just that it's great to see your face.
Yeah, we just decided we wanted to talk, and then you wanted to include everyone in the conversation, which is fine with me.
Let's preface. Katelynn and I are going live for no reason besides that Katelynn and I have not caught up in a really long time. And I was going to tell her about my day and like we were just going to like talk shop. And then I'm like, we should go live because maybe there'll be questions. There's been a lot of activity in our private Facebook group. We could even like talk through that. And I'm like, but if we do all that and we don't stream it, then it's kind of like waste. Like we should hang out with all of our friends. So
absolutely. The more the merrier.
The merrier. And Livia's here. I love her.
Hi.
She's the best.
She is the best.
She was hanging out with us today so one of the things I did today, this is a part of our catch up, is I was in the like admin mastermind that we have every Tuesday and
fun.
Joins that and it's so fun.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome.
You know, she's so cool. I know that we're going to like hang out informally, but maybe will you just like say who you are? That way if someone's popping in and doesn't know you, or I'll do the same, but will you introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Katelynn Giordano. I am the training and development specialist. I'm still practicing that, by the way.
That's a great title. Who made that one up?
You know, this pretty cool brunette girl that works on the team. That's not me.
Well, your title recently changed, so I think it's impressive that you know your title.
I've messed it up about 5 times. So I'm just like.
What is it specifically like?
Training and development specialist, which makes it sound like I work for you now. Yeah. Instead of Jeff, who I worked for before.
Oh, because
he was
because before you ran all of our content. So like any blog that went out, you orchestrated, edited, did all the things.
Yeah. Now Carrie does that and she's amazing.
I have been boxing with Carrie and she's so sweet. I really love her.
Best. Oh my God, she's the best. It was so funny because she worked with me at my old school.
Right.
And like it was really very similar to like how I ended up on the team. How did you
end up on the team, Katelynn? For those people that don't know how you ended up, how did that go?
So I went to all these conferences in Illinois, usually Ames conferences, and I kept seeing this like really energetic, like really fun girl named Ray. And like I just kept seeing her. And so like we would talk and chat like occasionally. And then like we connected further and we started boxing back and forth. Okay. And you were like, what are your hopes and dreams? And I was like, I have no idea. I just know I want to like do more stuff. You're like, well, I might have something for you. Yeah, and here we are.
And you are notoriously known as Jeff's favorite person on the team, which
I don't know. Do I still have that title? He told me I wasn't anymore.
Do you think it's transferred to Carrie?
It might be.
To be honest, so I didn't know Carrie until you brought her on the team secretively. And now, again, she does like everything on the team and you do very little. And she like literally is the coolest person ever. Creepy. Did you read the blog that came out today? Because she wrote the one that just published.
Yep.
It was so cute. It was so well done.
Yep. She is amazing. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like she's amazing. And it was funny because like we've worked together for 4 years and like we've connected and collaborated on a bunch of stuff because we both teach ELA. She teaches 7th, I taught 6th. Right. And we would like chat all the time. And she got to this point where she was like, well, like I want to do more, like I want to get more involved. I want to do more stuff. And she has talked before about how she loves, like she wants to like edit books. And I was like,
I know someone.
I have something for you. Would you like it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, she's a rock star. I'm so glad you tricked her on to be on the team. And Dave Schmidt's saying that we're twinning, which we did mention. We got on camera before we went live, and I was like, Katelynn, I'm in a black tank top. Do you think that we match too much? Especially now that you're a brunette.
I know.
I would love to be twinning with you. Every day we should call each other and like match outfits.
I'm down. We're presenting together virtually, like in a few weeks. We should match for that.
We are, and I need to make sure that is on my to-do list. It'll happen. But wait. So I know we got off topic already, but Dave Schmittou is publishing a book next week. On it's our favorite topic, but I know that just we have very passionate feelings on the topic that he is publishing. So his book is all about assessment. And we actually, spoiler alert, Dave, we gave you a shout out in not the podcast coming out. What's today? Is today Tuesday?
Yes.
So Dave, we talk about your book in the podcast coming out next Monday. So that's my spoiler alert.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we like to talk about Dave Schmittou. He's pretty fun to talk about. So
I get to go live with Dave Schmittou, and I can't wait for that. So.
Oh, because you're going live with him on the 16th to talk about his book coming out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it comes out the 14th. You're talking to him 2 days later. I hope he can live through the excitement of this book coming out, because everyone I know is talking about it and like taking his assessment webinars and like pre-ordering. I feel like my entire news feed is Dave Schmittou all the time.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. So you have a new title for the team. Check. Yep. You also changed like every avenue of your life within the past 3 months, which seems a little intimidating, but whatever.
A lot, but here we are.
But you're officially moved and you're officially like cleaned out your classroom. Like you're in a good spot, right?
Yeah. Just kind of waiting. Got some new staff meetings tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes.
Virtual?
Nope. Yep. Going in, masked up, ready to go. Still not going to my building. It's weird, y'all. I got a new job and I've never actually been in the building. So that's weird.
Okay, I have a question about that.
Yeah.
This is different. My first job I interviewed in, I asked to tour the building before I accepted the job. And I did it as a stall tactic because I wasn't sure that I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. It's like fresh out of college, making big decisions. But like, thing, do people like ask to tour the building before? Like, did you care that you hadn't seen the building? Like, I guess I feel like now I wouldn't bother me that I hadn't seen it because I feel like I know what school buildings look like. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like a huge deal. And like for the most part, you kind of know what a school looks like. The weirdest part was that like I didn't even know where it was. Because normally you've at least gone there for like interviews.
That's very true.
Some part of it. Yeah. But with everything being shut down, like all my interviews were on Zoom. So I like didn't even know where it was. I didn't even know like what the outside looked like. So it's been interesting.
Where you creepily do like a drive-by where you're like, I just want to see the building.
I did. I drove out there and drove around the building like a creep. So I did text the principal though and like tell him like, hey, I'm gonna drive by the building today because I want to see it.
Yeah, you'd be like, that could maybe almost be my window, like if I was there.
Yeah, don't know where my room is. I've seen a video of my room, but
that's pretty good. I think the only thing I want to know is like if it was a school that was completely out of the ordinary, like a lot of school buildings, especially in Illinois specifically, were built and you kind of know it's like long hallways, rooms are whatever size, no big deal, versus like an innovation school. Like I've seen amazing schools that just have really crazy architecture, like completely progressive, like design. Like that would be something I'd want to see. But either way, I feel like you can kind of assume, I don't know.
I feel like that's a lot of high schools too, have that like super like intense design that's like.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Whoa.
But you're doing eighth grade, correct? Sixth grade?
Yeah, still sixth grade.
Oh, why did I think eighth grade? Were you looking at eighth grade?
Well, I was moved up to eighth grade at my old school, and then I got this job, and it's in sixth grade.
Sixth grade. Good. So you're more comfortable because you're staying at sixth grade because that's what you've been teaching.
Yep, that's what I've been teaching. Now I also get to teach social studies.
You're going to be a great social studies teacher, right? Who do we know that could help you teach social studies?
I know there's a ton of people that I've been like stalking on the internet. So
I have a few high school teachers that I collaborate with on the grid. I'm trying to think of like specifically, like Joe Gonzalez, I know teaches social studies, but he also teaches writing. we'll look around. We'll do a little search.
Yeah. Him and I feel like are going to end up with like really similar classes because I'm teaching ELA and social studies.
Okay.
So I feel like him and I are going to end up with really similar classes, and we're already connected and like chat about stuff. So I'm just going to be like, hey.
Might as well. Okay, so Dave says 2 years ago I moved to Michigan and took a job having only met people on Zoom. Now I feel like a trendsetter.
You are.
You're such a trendsetter. You're so cool. And Lindsay, I'm talking with on Instagram. So sorry, Lindsay, I know I owe you a message. She's collaborating. We're gonna do something with Lindsay. I don't know what, but we're gonna do some stuff.
Lindsay's amazing. Okay, so right when Carrie was taking over the blog, I was just starting to talk with Lindsay about getting her signed up to blog with us. And legit, she submitted like 1 million blog posts already.
So can you convince her on this video right now? Because I don't know, hopefully she's still here. I want her to do a series.
Lindsay.
Series. Wouldn't she be good?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Lindsay, do a series. It's so worth it. You have like a guaranteed publishing spot every single month, no matter what. You should totally do it. Ray makes really cool images that are all branded the same way, so they like all look super nice together. You should totally do it.
That's the stuff.
Everyone should hear everything you need to say because you have a lot of important things to say.
So I'm going to spill the beans, Lindsay, because again, Katelynn and I are just chatting, so I would be telling her this, except we're streaming to 5 or 6 platforms. So Lindsay wants to do I think it should be a Think Better series, because she wants to do all about like mindset and like not letting like overcoming challenges. Like this is totally a Lindsay area. Like I need this.
Yes.
I know.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yes. 100%.
So now that we said it live on camera, it's happening.
Yeah. Well, and Lindsay, I know I don't run the blog anymore, but I will still come find you to do this.
Okay, Lindsay, I know we were talking on Instagram, like incognito, like this is a idea we might do. We've made it official. It's happening. I'm going to text Carrie. It's happening.
Once I know about it, it's done.
It's totally happening. Hey, and I didn't know Jen taught social studies.
I knew that. Yeah. Jen, I'm going to be tapping into you so much to help me with this.
That's awesome. I would love to collaborate with Jennifer Apple. She's a genius. Ugh.
Yes, she is. Who writes amazing children's books.
That's coming out on Thursday. I know.
Yeah.
How did your live go? I didn't catch it because I was in a meeting, but I'm going to rewatch it.
It was so fun. I love talking with Jen, so it was great to like be live and chat with her. And we got to talk through the book. I read the book this morning, and so like we were able to talk through it together. It was so much fun. Found out that her puppy Maya is named after Maya Angelou, which was great. Such a fun story. And Maya had her own little camera. It was so cute.
Okay, that's why I need to watch it, because Jen and I went live yesterday, but the Maya cam wasn't like working, and we just decided to not use it, and I'm dying to see some Maya cam, so I'm going to have to go back and watch that video.
I said our next 12-hour live stream should be like a Maya, Chickpea, Harvey, Alfred cam. Like
I love that.
We should have all the pets.
My dogs would never sit at Maya is so well behaved and so well trained. My dogs would never sit for that.
If I put it on the ledge, Chickpea will be there. So.
Well, yeah, like right now, Alfred's across the room sleeping, sprawled out on the couch. So if the camera was on the couch, it'd be fine.
Yeah, I'll just put it on that ledge that Chickpea likes to wander around.
Well, now with your new place, I mean, lots of options.
Oh my God, yes. There's more options.
So Jeff says, it's my favorite person in the world. Do you think he meant me or you?
He definitely meant you. I'm pretty sure he meant you.
He definitely meant you. Jeff, you're going to have to say in the comments what we know you met Katelynn. Just admit it. It's fine. Brianna, sorry. We have so many comments that we're not reading. We're like there's no topic. We're just catching up. But Brianna says, I have a great teammate who teaches 5th grade language arts and social studies. She would be great to connect with. Ooh, cool.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. Share her, like DM Katelynn, like the name of that person.
Yes, please.
And then everyone's agreeing that Lindsay is now starting the coolest blog ever. And it says, yay, the ideas are flowing. Oh my God, they're moving so fast. Ideas are flowing. It's going to happen. Becky just commented, this is no longer negotiable. It's happening. Becky, I want to tell you something very creepy. Katelynn, I'm sorry to take over our live. Becky,
do it.
literally the Teach Better conference being canceled was super sad for me. One of the main sad points was that I wouldn't be able to see you. Honest to God. Hanging out with Becky at the Teach Better conference last year was so fun. She is the coolest, smartest person ever. Becky is so cool.
Becky, I want to meet you.
You would, oh my God, you'd love her. Becky and I, so we hung out at the conference, but she drove me to the airport at 3 a.m. in the morning on Sunday with CJ Reynolds. I just want you to picture this car. It's Becky, CJ Reynolds and they picked me up from Jeff's house, and like, I literally think it was 3 a.m. and we probably went to bed at like, what do you think, 1 or 12? Like literally we slept no time. And then we were like in our car on the way to the airport, and we walked through the gates together. It was just like, it was such good bonding. It was.
I love it.
It was so early.
Becky, I need to meet you now. Ray has like really talked you up. Now I need to meet you.
I just want to clarify. So Katelynn, something I really like about you is that you're very personal, but you're like really good to talk shop with, because we have similar education philosophies, but like you're really stubborn and you have opinions, and I really like that about you. And so we can like duke it out. I feel like Becky is the same way. She's so intelligent that like you can have insane conversations with her.
Becky, put on a black tank top. We'll send you the link. Jump on in.
Yeah, you can't join unless you have a black tank top, apparently, for today.
Those are the rules.
I swear that's not what
uniform.
Not what
uniform.
I think Jeff commented, wait, hold on. He says, oh, he was talking about he still run the team, and they said, clearly he meant Dave is his favorite person. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is interesting, because now this leads to the other thing I was doing today. There's a comment, hey Ray, hey Katelynn, check out elementaryBlueprint.com for social studies resources. I also taught social studies and will help in any way. Can we talk about Elementary Blueprint? Do you know what that is?
No, what is that?
Okay, so I'm sure Nicole knows this, which is why she's commenting. I actually had a half an hour phone call with Kelly today, who was a part of starting Elementary Blueprint. And she kind of reached out to like learn more, like share ideas, kind of get some feedback, and see if the teacher section could partner. Like really cool, like I love connecting with cool educators. But listen to this. It's 2 or 3 educators who literally want to just create a space for people to share their lessons for free, like resources for free. And it's so interesting because they like have them all filtered, and like I was talking to them, I'm like, this would be a great space for everyone to just dump all their grids in, and then you could filter it by topic. It was really cool, and it's like a very safe platform, but they literally just relaunched the website 3 weeks ago. Like it's brand new. And
I love that.
It's cool. It's just cool.
That's awesome.
No. So I'm like, my homework is to look into it more. I just registered, but it's completely free. So I was telling her, I was like, do I need a code to register? She's like, no, Ray, it's a free, like curated content space. Just log in. I was like, oh.
I'm literally writing it down right now so I can go register.
It's literally here. I have it up because I was just looking at it. It's elementaryblueprint.com. And then you just log in, and like I'm looking at it right now. There's like a message section. You can save certain collections. There's all different grade levels. Here's what I like. They're doing it for the right reasons, and that's all I know about it right now. Like I haven't used it. It's up on my dashboard because I have to look at it, but I just really like cool educators that do really cool things with the intention of helping people over anything else.
I am with you 100%. So I'm all over that. I definitely want to check that out. That's on my to-do list now.
Yeah, and I was going to say, anybody listening, like go make an account and try it, because I like I said, I have not looked enough into it yet, but I actually would love to hear other people's feedback on what they think too. And it's so new that it's kind of like getting involved in something before it blows up, right?
Yeah, which is always the cool thing. You can be the trendsetter.
See, be a trendsetter. Katelynn, you're a pretty good trendsetter. I like that.
No.
Wait,
that's funny.
No, wait. Becky says, Katelynn, you'll be disappointed. That is not true. She says she can't.
I don't think it's true.
No, I'm just saying. Oh yeah. So Nicole is working with Kelly. Perfect. So I knew that. They're like the ones that put it all together. So
Nice. I love that.
Yes.
I'm going to look.
Yeah, let's look it up. It was just, again, I was going to tell you about my day, and we've talked about 2 things so far that I've been able to do today. What did you do today?
Oh my God. Okay. You're going to laugh at me. Everyone's going to laugh at me, but whatever. This has nothing to do with education. It's going to be a random story about my morning.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, Andrea. So this morning, I've had my eye on this mirror. So we just moved.
I already can't handle this conversation.
I've had my eye on this mirror for a while. It's at IKEA. It's IKEA. And it's okay. And we have 2 IKEAs within like 20 minutes of where I live now. It's this giant mirror. It's amazing. It's like double my size. I'm obsessed with it. It has been out of stock for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I have not been able to get it. I did not want to like try to like get it delivered or whatever because IKEA is super weird about that. So I've had these alerts on it to tell me when it's back in stock.
I'm looking at IKEA mirrors while you're talking, just so you know. Go ahead.
I can tell you the name of it because I have it memorized. It's ridiculous. So it's called Hovet.
Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay, keep going.
Legit. It's been out of stock forever. So this morning, I get this like notification. Hey, it's back in stock. We have 11. 11. So I'm like legitimately like just finished my workout, really sweaty, still in my workout clothes, ran out to my car and drove to IKEA to go get this mirror.
And did you get it?
I did. I got it. It was great. There were like 3 other people there doing the same thing I was doing. But then I go to get in my car and like, Ray, I'm not kidding you. This thing is huge. And I'm trying to put it in my car by myself. It's a mirror. So like I can't like drop it. Disaster. There's a man watching me put it in my car. I'm like,
would fit in. What kind of car do you have? This is too like
I
long.
have an SUV. I had to put it up between my 2 front seats.
That's what I'm saying. It looks that big for sure.
It's huge, but I love it. It's so gigantic, you guys.
Does
it's
the
beautiful.
bedroom come with it? That's all I want to know. Because these are bedrooms.
So pretty. But yeah, so I did get it, and I did get it in the car, and I did get it here. But it was a day. It was a morning. This is all before like 11 a.m.
So did it go in your bedroom? Like I know you just have this beautiful space you live now. Like where did it land?
It's my big full-length mirror in the bedroom.
Okay.
And like we haven't had one forever. So like I put outfits together and I can only see like half of it at a time. I can never see what the bottom looks like. So whatever. So I got this one now. And it's like, this is what I wanted. This is the exact mirror that I wanted. I didn't want a different one. And I've been waiting forever.
Yep.
And yeah, I got the notification. We have 11 in stock. So like, yeah, I did get it. But it was a trip this morning. I'm like, it's like 90 degrees at like 10 in the morning. I'm trying to get this thing into the car.
Is this 30 inches? No, it must not be inches. I was trying to give you the size, but I can't find the product details to like share how big it is.
I can tweet out a picture of it in my space.
Wait, 77 inches. Maybe that is work. How big is 77 inches?
I don't teach math. You teach math.
Guys, I knew when I asked that it was going to be like, okay, right. Hold on. There's 12 inches in a foot. So 6 feet ish.
Yeah, it's huge.
Bigger than 6 feet. I got it.
It's bigger than me.
Well, and you're not that big. Like, you're this, like, petite little girl. So you carrying this mirror would have been hysterical. I wish there was your husband should have been there, like, taking a live video of watching it.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm pretty sure this man sitting on his pickup truck next to me was videotaping it because he was just watching. And I, like, was just trying my best. I did it. I got it there. I got it up the stairs by myself, too.
I'm so proud of you. You, of all of us, you accomplished the most today. Yes.
That's not true. But I called my mom on the way there, and I was like, I feel like a crazy person because, like, I'm driving in a like crazy hurry to go get this mirror. It's just so stupid. But it's so pretty and it looks so good in the room. I just sent you a picture of it so you can see how large.
I just want to laugh at this. Somebody commented, I'm sorry, your name doesn't pop up on our end, says, this is like your version of randomness minus the cocktails. That's true. I'm drinking water, so I'm not, no cocktails for me right now. But I would say we do cocktails and randomness better than Dave and Jeff. I mean, they come on here and they're just doing shenanigans. We're like updating each other on life. We're being productive we're being good friends right now.
We are. And we're talking about like important stuff too. Like we're talking about dumb things like my mirror shenanigans, but also real stuff that matters.
I was planning on actually talking about education stuff. I just hadn't gotten there. Oh, Tyler Overstreet is watching. Thank God. He says, I can't. He says, stop looking at the mirrors. I'm texting you the answer. Aren't you a math teacher? It's 5'6" or 6'5". He said 6'5". Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate you, bud. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's Dave who said that. Dave, you do cocktails and randomness very well. It's Jeff that brings you down, just to confirm.
It's true.
All right. So you got your mirror, which is good. That's good. So you did a lot of work today. That was heavy lifting.
Legitimately, like truly.
Mary,
your day.
I will tell you that another thing that I did today was I got Mary's email. Mary Ritter, who's in here, sent me like the nicest email on the planet. Isn't it so nice to open your inbox and you see like 27 emails that all need your attention, and one is from Mary talking about just how lovely she is and appreciates the Teach Better team. Like, I love that.
It's so nice to get those, and you're just like, okay, I can make it through the rest of these now.
I completely agree. I was like, I had 2 or 3 emails first that I almost like clicked as unread because I'm like, I don't want to deal with everything that's in this email. Like, it was just a lot of things that people are asking lots of questions. And then I got to Mary's email and I was like, oh, this was the nicest email ever. And Mary, just so you know, I didn't respond to you and I'm so sorry. This is my video response of just sharing that I so appreciate you. And I'm so glad that you're joining us on the 14th because I get to see your face. You're going on the 14th. What are you presenting on?
Grading and assessment. I'm pretty sure it's great. Student voice and choice in assessment.
Why did you pretend like you didn't know that? That's like your topic. Like,
I forgot.
When I think like assessment and feedback and like grading conferences, I'm like, oh, you mean Katelynn Giordano? Like, that's
heck yeah, man. No, that's what I'm going to talk about. I got to put something together for that.
I do too.
So the to-do list.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I should be writing a to-do list right now. So the 14th, we're doing our July networking event. For those of you that don't know, you can register at teachbetter.com/kickoff2020. Registration closes. This is the first time we're announcing this publicly. Registration closes at noon Eastern on Friday. So you got to register. And it's free. So go register.
Yeah, do that, y'all. Come join us. Hang out.
So you're presenting I think we're on different breakouts. Are you a second breakout or first breakout?
Yep.
Second breakout. And what your topic is on grading and feedback. Do you have any idea what you think you'll focus on? Because the way that we're structuring this is like, we have all these education facilitators and you're only kind of kicking off the conversation with some sort of, confirming similar vocabulary, like talking about an idea. And then we really want it to be discussion based because the whole point of this event is to build relationships. So.
Yeah, so my thought is like, I'm just going to kind of throw out my philosophy on grading, just kind of put out there like what my approach has been, what my journey has been, because I always call it a journey because I have gone from like the strictest, I love letters and percents and points to get rid of all of them forever in the span of like 3 years. So that has been like a crazy journey for me. And I'm probably going to start off by sharing a little bit about that and then opening it up for conversation, for questions, just about what that's like, about what I can do for other people that are interested in kind of making some of those shifts, just maybe having a discussion answering questions.
Yeah, because I feel like, and I apologize, maybe I'm just have like blinders on, but you used to share on this topic, I feel like way often, and I haven't heard you kind of share on this. And I mean, obviously your life's been super busy, but like your story, and I'm glad you just shared all that, because your story of how you've changed your grading practice is insane in short period of time that you did all that.
Yeah, it's something that I've talked about a lot in the past, not so much since COVID has taken over, because I feel like that was one of those things where I wrote about it, and there's the blog that I wrote for Teach Better that's coming out, kind of talking about how this is not the way that I had hoped people in education would have to adopt this mindset. Right. But now that we're here, here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Like, let's take this moment, let's take this time when we are focusing on grades and on assessment as being a method of communication, being something that's not supposed to ensure compliance.
Right.
Taking away from that. And in my mind, in my philosophy, that's what it always should be, not just now. And so I wrote a post kind of talking about, like, this isn't how I would have liked people to have gotten here. Yeah. Obviously, because this is not an ideal situation, but we are here. Now, what can we take away from this? How can we make sure that our assessment and grading practices are working for our students, working for us, working for families, and doing what they're actually supposed to do?
Right. I know this is probably like weird to ask you on a live video, but are you nervous that you don't have enough time to talk about that? Like, literally grading, I feel like you open it, it's just like explodes because everybody has their own opinion. Like, I just did a grade method webinar with our June cohort with Chad. And the day we got to grading, I was like, my hands were in the chair, like, bite your tongue. There's so many opinions. Try and like, what's the middle ground? Like this, it just opens so many doors that you want to make sure you comment on all these different things. I like there's not enough time in a 45-minute session for you to dive into this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard with the 45-minute session, like, being so short. But the benefit is that I do have a ton of resources that I'm more than happy to, like, jump on Hangouts, jump on Zoom calls with people and talk through it, because that is one of the things, like, I wish I would have had making this transition. Like, I had some great people, some great mentors that I still rely on now that I'm recruiting to blog with us too. That, like, I admire them and I really value their input because they helped me a lot. But I wish I would have had someone that was like, do you need to meet face to face? Do you need resources? Do you need tools? Like, I'll give that to you. And that's kind of where I am with it. This is almost like a, hey, here's what I'm about. Let's chat. Yeah. Then we'll talk in the future too. Like, I'm still here.
Which is the point of the event. I mean, the whole point of the event is for you to like have a safe space to talk shop, but really have a safe space to talk shop so you can do like an icebreaker to get to know people so you can continue that conversation. That's always been the point. So you're right that, you know, it's more so like identifying who is in your corner to continue those conversations versus like actually finding a solution then and there for the topic you're discussing, which is fair. So mine's super similar to yours because I'm talking about feedback.
Yeah.
So I know I don't think I really realized that you and I were talking about almost the same topic in different, like wrapped in a bow differently. Cause you and I have very similar philosophies on like grading and feedback and all that stuff. I need to think about like what my spin is for all this.
We should work together.
We should. Like, I wonder, I know people are choosing their sessions when they register, but it's almost like, do you think you'll have the same types of people that join a grading session that also join a feedback session? Like, would they see that connection?
I feel like I would.
Yeah.
And I think that the way that we present the two like sides of this coin, because yours, in my mind, like the feedback side of it is more of the how.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Whereas like what you do to actually implement like this kind of structure, mine is, I feel like, a little bit more big picture. Like, what's the philosophy? What's the research? What's the point? kind of thing. And then like I can get into the nitty gritty, but that's when I talk about giving feedback.
Right. No, but that's appropriate. That makes sense. Yeah, I need to figure out my session details. Like I think I'm in my mind, I don't know what you're thinking for yours, but in my mind, I'm going to have like 5 or 6 key things I want to hit before I open up for discussion that kind of like set an even playing field for people, kind of like I keep saying vocabulary, but like confirm language. Like I feel like everybody has their own language. We need to kind of confirm that element and go from there. But I think those sessions are going to be different because some of those sessions on the 14th are going to be 6 people and some are going to be like 67 people. And I think that you would facilitate different types of activities and discussions with the people. So I'm kind of waiting on those numbers first.
No, I'm with you because like I have an idea of like the things, like the major pieces that I want to talk about before I just kind of like open it up. But also like it's going to look different depending on how many people there are. Like if I have like 6 people, then we can really get into it.
You're right. Totally.
So,
interesting.
Like we'll see.
Well, I don't know how we got on this topic, but it will be fun. I'm really excited.
Yeah, well, I'm excited.
Oh, it's because coming. Mary in her email said she was going to be at the 14th event. So that's where this all started.
Woohoo, Mary.
Yes. So I'm excited. We're making a lot of announcements on the 14th. That's really what's taking up my to-do list recently is trying to get everybody confirmed for the moving pieces.
I feel like your to-do list just continuously grows.
Oh, I have a system. Can I show you my system?
Yeah.
Pen. Got it. So this is my system. I don't even know how to share. So I am currently doing my to-do list on a calendar, right? Right. And then the details on the things on the to-do list are existing in a notebook. So it's like
smart.
I think it's good because then I have like all my notes in one place, but I can like move. I don't know. So it's like, this is what I have to do for the day. And this is like the details of how to do it. Right.
I'm a huge planner person and I do that. Like I need my planner.
But do you have like a cute teacher calendar? I feel like those work really well for me during the year with school when I'm like planning mini lessons and stuff like that.
I have like a life planner, like my life is in one little book.
I don't know how you organize that. That's crazy. It's too much stuff.
I have to. And then because otherwise, because Mike doesn't ever know what's going on. So like I have to know what's going on. So I have like a life one, but that's just for life. Then I have a teacher one. And I used to do the really cute ones, like the super adorable ones from Plum Paper, my favorite.
Yeah.
But I just last year made the transition to online planners. So all my lessons are online now.
I love that in an idea. I have to write stuff out. I'm such a weird.
No, I'm with you. I still have a teacher planner. It's just not the super cute fancy one. So like I'll go through and like write like the gist of what I need to do that day. But then like my actual plan is online because then I have it on my iPad. I've got like 75 things. It sounds like a lot.
It does. Wait, can we go back to the life planner? What's in the life planner?
Just like, oh, you have a doctor's appointment. Oh, we have a family party. Oh, we have like this going on.
So I'm in an opposite role. My life planner is my Google Calendar. If it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist. Like today on my calendar, when we went live, it was like Ray hang out with Katelynn. That's what it said. And I like blocked out time and that's what I'm doing. But how do you keep that straight? Because it would change all the time.
So like my life, like I have like a calendar on my phone. That's like for events. But my life thing is like my to-do list. It's kind of like your to-do list. Like this is what I need to do today.
No, you have too many things.
I have too many things.
This is everything I have to do, life or not, that is task-based. Anything that I have to be at, like event focus, is in my calendar. So I do these things on my to-do list when my calendar doesn't have an assignment that I have to be somewhere.
Okay, but that's like the same thing that I do. I just explained it poorly.
Oh, Carrie's on here. Carrie says, If it's not my Google Calendar, it doesn't exist. Best quote ever. I'm with you, Ray. Carly, Carrie, I mean that 1,000%, Carrie. Like if it's not my Google Calendar, it doesn't exist. Like
I've literally like we've texted about doing stuff and she didn't put it on her Google Calendar and like didn't show up. And I was like, hello.
Nope. It has to be on my calendar or it's not true. Livia just said choosing the sessions. Oh, for the 14th, choosing the sessions was the hardest thing to do. There needs to be 3 or 4 more events. I agree. It was hard to choose.
I'm down.
14th. Yeah. So, but that's good because when people ask if they can like connect with me or collaborate, my answer is always yes, but I give them my Calendly link. Do you know that link I use?
Yeah, I need to do that.
Oh my God. Okay, here's my negative with it, but I'm going to tell you that the positive severely outweighs it. The negative is that I think it offends people sometimes when I give them a link to schedule time with me, but I don't mean for it to like be offensive. Really, it's just that like we're going to spend 5, 10, 15 minutes going back and forth on like, does this time work? Does this time work? And within that period of time, I'm usually also talking to like 2 or 3 other people that are trying to do the same. And then they end up picking the same time and then we just start all over.
You're just really, really popular.
No, you're such a brat. That's not true. It's just, I'm just saying that if it's a link, it's like it gives you, it tells you exactly when we're free and you can just make the decision yourself. I don't mean to offend you.
No, it does make sense because it's like you just go pick a time.
Right. And then I'm confirming for you that whatever time you pick, I promise I'm available for you. Versus, I don't know. But then the plus side is that it is the best thing ever because you can schedule. I think it closes the morning of the day. So like if I gave you the link, you couldn't schedule something for today. It'd have to be tomorrow, I think.
Oh, okay.
But then I can look at my calendar in the morning. I know exactly who I'm talking to. And the Calendly, like the way it's set up, I have them like write down what they want to talk about. So I can like prepare to chat with them too, which is awesome.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
It's really good. Because even you talking about like discussing grading and feedback with people, if they wrote down like I'm in a standard-based grading building, then that would you be in a completely different headspace giving them feedback.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm excited too because like my new district is not standards based yet. They're transitioning to it. So like I'm excited because the district I was in was already standards based and like they had done it a specific way. But like this time I'm like getting in on the ground floor. Like let's do this together. So
that's awesome. That's really interesting. The question here says, how can you find time to write in your planners with such pace? Are there random interesting things? Well, I just keep it updated always. I feel like I'm always scribbling in it. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, there's always something. Or I'm like popping into my calendar on my phone. Yeah.
Like mine's not organized very well at all. Like this note I wrote during the admin mastermind because there were 2 awesome people that it's a long story, but essentially they asked me to make an infographic and I'm going to collaborate with them on it. So I literally just jotted it. So it turns into the most unorganized thing ever. Like this was last week. Like that's a disaster.
Yeah, but it feels good to cross stuff off. So like,
yes. And if I don't do it that week, I write it on the next week. And so I still get to cross it off even if I didn't do it.
It works.
It totally works. It totally works.
You just have to find your system, even if it sounds crazy.
It feels crazy. Your system feels crazy.
I know. I'm not explaining it very well. Or it is crazy.
It's either one or the other. It's fine.
One or the other.
Oh, great. So what else? So you are officially moved, officially new job, meeting tomorrow.
Yep. Got all that good stuff going on.
Are you preparing like lessons yet?
No.
Okay. Just curious. I'm not either. That's why I asked.
I'm like, okay, so my birthday is in like a couple weeks.
I know. It's Saturday, isn't it? Not this Saturday, the next Saturday?
Yes. So normally, like, look at you. Normally, like by my birthday, I've already started like doing a little bit of work. Like I've started getting stuff ready, like putting stuff together. But this year is so weird. I feel like I can't plan anything for like so many reasons, but also because like I don't want to start planning something and then have it be like, oh, we're not doing it like that. I feel like, oh, okay. So I'm just like not.
That's awesome. I do. Okay. So Livia says she likes crossing things off. I agree. And Google Calendar saves my life. Yes, Mary, I also agree. And Katelynn, what I'm hearing from you is that you are not planning things ever and you're just going to wing it.
That's really where I'm at right now, you guys. And it's making me really uncomfortable.
Wait, can I say like a really goofy, here's my plan. Super, like 2 birds, 1 stone. You ready? We are doing an intro grid webinar on the team because it's like the most asked about topic at the end of July is like how to make an intro grid, especially with all these like cohorts we've been doing like in June, July. Everyone's like, grid method, how do we do intro grids? So I really need to redo my intro grid. So I'm going to redo it in the webinar. Like that way I don't have to worry about it. I'm like going to do it in real time in the webinar. And then after the webinar, all these teachers will be like, oh, I have a ready to use intro grid. And in my mind, I'll be like, me too. Like,
I love that.
Is that?
No, you are. That's such a good idea. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, I really think I need to because I need to do my intro grid. And I think I know my first content grid. So I should probably just look at it. But I'm probably going to wait till my intro grid's done.
I just have to wait and like figure out like what I'm even teaching. So,
well, writing the grid's perfect. Well, and you've taught these subjects before, so you're not also teaching new content. You're not worried about it. I mean,
it's the only thing that's concerning is like I don't know what order we go in. Like I know that like 6th grade team is usually on the same page and like they like to and that kind of thing. So I'm just kind of waiting right now until like my team is like, hey, this is what we're doing. Yeah. And also like July. So I'm just going to keep being in July.
When do you start? Cool. No idea. I don't really know either. I think I start like in the 14th-ish of August. Like I say that not knowing at all. It could be the 17th, but I think
I'm the week after that because I vaguely I remember having like an extra week after my old school. Like I remember being like, okay, they're a week later.
Okay.
So yeah. Because like when I was finishing school and collaborating with people at my new school, they were still at work.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
you have time.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Livia says she's going to be in the intro grid. Good. Livia, don't tell my secret about the intro grid. And it's not a secret. I think it's like me modeling, right? I want it to be really
very authentic.
Yeah.
Very authentic. Oh my gosh, this thing above my head makes it look like I've got like hair sticking up. Sorry.
I didn't notice it, but now that you say it, that's all I'm going to think about every time.
I'm going to sit up straighter. Cover it up.
I like your new office space. You have a good setup.
Thank you. I needed something better. And there's no one hiding in the corner in here.
There you go. Win-win. Wait, do you have separate offices?
We got a bigger place.
Wow. Separate offices is golden. So you can do whatever you want in that office. Design-wise, you could be loud.
Exactly. Legitimately, I was walking around buying stuff for my wall behind me, and I was like, I can pick whatever I want. Oh my gosh,
it was so great. Wow.
Great.
Man, that's awesome. I do have to say, Tyler wants to know if he has to schedule time with me on Calendly. That's funny. Yeah. I do have to say, one of the things I wanted to talk with you about, which I know is super lame because we've been live for however long, there's been a lot of activity in our private group that I wanted to get your thoughts on. Can I just read random things and will you give your opinion?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I have to pull it up first, so hold on.
It's going to be like a lightning round.
Yes, it'll be a lightning round. It'll be fine. Oh my gosh, we were live 3 times today. Did you know that?
Yeah, I was live for 2 of the 3.
You were, and then Chad went live after our mastermind. I didn't realize that. I should probably. I have 2 videos to watch after this.
Amazing.
All right. Here we go. This is about starting the year off. This teacher teaches Spanish and cultural studies at the high school level. And he wants to dive into his first grid. And he's looking for tips and tricks. So, Katelynn, do you have like tips and tricks I know you do a lot of different mastery learning and self-paced stuff with your students. What is like the one piece of advice you would give if a teacher is like making a transition to like let go of like the ownership and let students take ownership over their learning? What would be your tip?
Set incredibly clear expectations and let the kids practice with something that's low stakes. So when you make a transition to anything mastery learning, anything self-paced, it's usually new for them, no matter what level you're at. If you're the first person that they're doing this with, they are going to be uncomfortable. And frankly, you are too. Yeah. So start with something that's like low stakes. Mm-hmm. Start with something that's not like a huge unit or whatever. Like have it be like a get to know you type of thing that they're working through at their own pace, that they're using whatever structures you plan to put in place for the rest of this kind of learning, and really be clear about what you expect and what they need to be doing. So, and that's true for an online environment, for an in-person environment, whatever it may be. You want to make sure that you've told them like, this is what I expect you to be doing, and this is how I expect you to be doing it.
So it's funny because that is kind of like our intro grid. Like you have to teach them procedures, right? And you have to do that separate from content. I couldn't agree more, because otherwise it just like blows up in your face. Like you have to go slow.
You do. And you have to teach them how to do it before you do it.
Yes, completely. I totally agree. That would be my tip too. I think the main process is like you being organized enough to know your procedures so you can teach them like all encompassing and have them practice. And then I also like think it's like you touched on like the consistency. So like now that you know this, here's another layer.
Yep.
Courtney says, hello, I have a question. I've been teaching grades 3 and 4. I'm playing around with the idea of mastery learning. Okay, so this is on the same lines. How do you include partnering when students are self-paced? Do they just find a partner on the spot? Like, do you do partnering in your classes?
Yeah. So I do lit circles, like book clubs that are self-paced. Yeah. And so my kids together will work in their group to determine what they need to accomplish each day. Some of the things that they need to accomplish, and I give them a week at a time. So they plan out each day of the week at a time. And so what they do with some of that stuff, it's group work that they have to plan, and they talk with their group about like when they're all going to do that. Some of the other pieces are individual. Some of them are like, how much time do you want to take to like read this section of the book? Those things they plan on their own and they can figure out. But with group work, I just tell them like, you all need to plan to do this at the same time so that you can work with your group on it. Right. And then I've had other things like where I've had kids that need to do like peer revision, and I do a self-paced essay, and obviously they're writing an essay individually. That's not a group like unit or project or whatever. So if they need to do like peer revision, they need like a peer buddy to like go through things with them. I'll have them like sign up for one on the board. Like I use my whiteboard for that, and they just go up like, I need a peer buddy. And then as soon as someone else like pops up and is like, you need to, or if someone is blown through the work for the day and they're done, they're like, hey, I can do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I think like any sort of activity that's required to be in a group, you're either teaching the student how to manage making the decision of like, when are we doing this group project together or whatever. You're giving them the ownership still and like having a voice and choice in it. But the silly little things like the activity, they just want them to grab a partner or whatever. I love this simple thing of like, put your name on a board or throw your name in a Google sheet, and the next person that's available, your partners. Like it takes, whatever, it'd be super easy. I do the same thing. That's awesome. And that works good for any subject area. Like it doesn't have to be right. I do that for across the board. Yeah, I agree. This is about a certain like reading and writing tool that they use. So I'm going to skip that one. I'm just reading through comments in the group, to be honest. Stephanie says, hey, I'm new to this type of teaching. I think she's talking about mastery learning. And And then she was asking for like shared resources. This kind of goes back to, we were talking about the elementary print of like sharing resources. How do you feel about like some teachers are really weird about sharing resources and some aren't?
I'm all over it. You want a resource, I'll send it to you. Like a lot of the times on my blog, not necessarily on the Teach Better blog, but on like my own personal blog, when I write about a unit I teach, I link all my resources to it.
Right.
Like I'll link the whole Google folder and be like, if you like what you read about and you want to try it, here's all my stuff. Like,
right.
So I'm all over it. Like if it's what's best for kids, if you're looking for a starting point to start teaching to the whole child, to get into mastery learning, to do any of this stuff, if you're looking for a starting point and you need help, I'm more than happy to give that.
I'm in the same boat. I feel like I share everything and anything. And I always preface it with like, this is what I created at this point in time. There's probably adaptions I'm going to make the next time I do it. I probably found like 5 or 6 different hurdles along the way of things that didn't work that I like fixed on the spot. But it's like, I don't mind sharing a starting point because it's so much easier to plan when you have something that you're starting with. Like they don't have to use my resources like as a law, but just something to start with so you can like do stuff from there. I feel like I steal from everybody. So I think that's always good. People sharing their stuff more often. Just saying.
I agree.
Do you use Canvas? This come up a lot. It's a platform. Do you use Canvas?
Okay, my old school did. My new school doesn't. I never really used it that much, to be honest with you.
Is it similar to like Schoology? I know they're all LMSs, right? They're all just. Is it similar to Google Classroom?
No.
Have you used Google Classroom?
Yeah, I love Google Classroom.
Oh, I knew that already. Sorry, I don't know why.
Yeah. No, I love Google Classroom. It is not similar to Google Classroom. It's the thing with Canvas is that it's a really robust platform and it can do a lot of really cool stuff.
Cool.
But it's a lot. When I say it's robust and like its capabilities, it's also robust and like you having to figure it out.
But to confirm, like if you had somebody who'd walked you through it, like could you use it similar to Google Classroom? Is that what it's for? Like back and forth communication with students?
Yeah.
Okay. Same with Schoology. Like same way. It's like it's a place that teacher can put things and a place that students can get them and send them back in some way. Right?
Do you use Schoology?
No. I am a full Google school where I'm at. But I've been working with teachers who use Canvas and Schoology and Google, and like I've just seen that there's so many similarities, but I've never like personally used the platform for teaching.
My new school uses Schoology, so that's why I ask.
Interesting. I mean, I feel like it's like along the same lines of, you know, every single platform has their own little module component. Every single one has their, you know, own getting students logged in. So are you going to go Google or are you going to learn Schoology?
I think I have to learn Schoology, so that's going to be like a learning curve for me.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. It'll be interesting because I've used Google Classroom for a long time now.
Yeah.
And so like it should be good.
I just think it's going to be similar enough. I don't think that you'll really notice much of a difference besides the stress of just learning a new, like knowing where the buttons are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's just going to be once I figure it out, I think I'll be fine. But I think that beginning stage, I'm going to be like, oh my God, how does this work?
Yeah. Cause Van Scott's commenting. He says it's similar to Google Classroom. Yes. Delivering content. Cause that's how I switched grade books. I piloted and was a part of a lot of different changes. I switched grade books every year for, I want to say 5 years. It may have been 4 years. Like every year was a different grade book. And it's a long story. I was a part of a lot of pilots. So I was like choosing to do it. It was not my district that made me, but that was the same thing of like every platform seemed to be exactly the same. It was just trying to figure out where the buttons were.
Yeah. Like I feel like once I figure it out, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it'll be good. All right, let's look through a few more. Sorry, I'm reading through these to be like, does this apply? These are like all repetitive. A lot of people just sharing information.
Our Facebook group rocks.
They are. Were you jealous that everyone was sharing memories from Teach Better 19 and you weren't there?
Yes. I was incredibly jealous. Like I can't even tell you. Everyone's posting all these adorable pictures. And then Dave Schmittou posted about how he couldn't be there. And I was like, oh my God, I feel this.
Wait, but you couldn't be there because you couldn't get the time. You weren't at a different conference, were you?
No, we had parent-teacher conferences.
Oh, yes, I remember. Absolutely. Okay.
It was funny because you're like, when you were starting to like plan new events for Teach Better, like this year, you're like, when are your conferences?
I know, because it was a lot of people like Mark Heller, like a lot of Illinois suburban schools had parent-teacher conferences along the same time.
Okay, yeah, that's like our little weekend. Like it's always that weekend that conferences happen up here.
We need to keep that in mind as we're setting the date for 2021. That's not set yet, by the way, just if you're watching. Like we've not set details for 2021. We don't know. So I don't know if it'll be October, November. I have no idea. So, there's no like, insider. I always love to spill secrets. There's no insider information that I have on that. That's for sure.
If there is, she would tell me.
I would tell you. Absolutely. Do you want to vote? Here, would you like to vote? When do you want the Teach Better conference, Katelynn? When would it be most convenient for you?
Oh, both those months are great for me. Okay. Both those months are great for me. Depending on when during the month, in October is my anniversary and in November is Mike's birthday.
Stay away from those?
Either one. Like I'll just bring him with.
When's your wedding anniversary?
October 9th.
Oh, cute. Is that Columbus Day weekend? Isn't that usually? Yeah, nice. Good.
Yeah, it's good timing.
How long have you been married?
5 years this October.
Ooh, do you have big plans? Big celebration plans? What's your birthday plans? That's way more timely.
I don't know. We're probably just going to like have some family over for some socially distanced pizza.
So. We've debated pizza before in Voxer.
Pizza's important.
You're going Lou Malnati's?
No, Pequod's is the best, but if I have to pick one that people know, I'm going to pick Lou Malnati's.
Where is that place?
Okay, so Pequod's, first off, best deep dish pizza in the Chicagoland area, by far, no doubt.
Mm.
The original one is like this tiny little place in Morton Grove.
Oh, okay.
There is one in Chicago on Clybourne as well.
Which will you go to get pizza?
The one in Morton Grove.
Closer.
Also because it's the original one. And like, I have this like really weird thing where I love like hole in the wall restaurants. Like these like tiny little like neighborhood places that are unique and their decor is like always super kitschy and weird. Like I love that. So I go to that one because that's what it's like.
Is the one in the city just really nice? I'm confused.
I mean, it's nicer, yeah. Like it's like a nice city like pizza place. You know what I mean? Like they've got like cool exposed brick and like cool stuff. The one Morton Grove is like, it's like a dive bar. That's like what it looks like.
Okay, I have a real question, and this is very serious, and obviously everyone who's listening wants to know, and I apologize, we're just talking shop, but why pizza on your birthday? Like, that would be the pick. Like, if you could have anything on the planet, you would have pizza on your birthday. Like, I really adore you as a person. I have so much respect for you, but you almost like are losing in this battle. Pizza? Really?
So we normally like Mike takes me out we do like a super nice dinner. Like we have a few Italian restaurants that are in the city that I love. Chicago's the best food city ever. Like I struggle with the idea of like ever leaving Chicago because there's the best food ever here.
Yeah, you can't leave Chicago. Just want to put it out there.
Well, and like Chicago people love food. So like you can find like really amazing restaurants downtown. So like we normally will like go all out, like get dressed up, go out for dinner, but like COVID's a mess.
I know, so, you know. Yeah.
And like now it's like impossible and like everything's weird. So we were talking about it and I'm like, okay, like if we do go, like it's gonna feel so weird.
It's like anxious, yeah.
And like I don't want to feel weird about it. Like, and I also like I want to see my mom. Yeah. So like, And like she works with my grandma and like that. So I'm like, okay, I can't go out and then see them.
Yes.
Then I would be like putting a bunch of people in danger.
Totally.
So okay, here's what we're gonna do. Like we're gonna do different. We're gonna do pizza. And then Mike's like, we'll go out like maybe after.
Or like in a few months when like Chicago's a really tough place right now. So a few months.
Like more normal, like we'll go. So maybe for our anniversary, we'll just do like anniversary, birthday, crazy.
Yeah. Wait, so what Italian place do you love in the city? Because I want you to know that for my birthday, I don't ever go here, but my number one pick, if I could go anywhere in the world and like cost not being a factor, I would go to an Italian restaurant in Chicago specifically that I love. So where do you go? Well, no, I'm not telling you. You got to tell me yours first.
Okay. So there's one that I haven't been to yet, but it's been on my like go-to list for about a year. It's called Monteverde.
I don't know it, but I'm sure it's great.
Okay, so that's like one that's been on my list for a while. Now I need to know what yours is.
Piccolo Sogno.
Oh my God, I love that place.
It's my favorite restaurant on the planet.
I love that.
There's nothing
like, oh my God, we've been there for my birthday a couple years ago.
It is where I've done every major like celebration in my entire life. Like that is. Oh yeah, okay. That is the staple.
So good.
Okay, here's the problem though. If anybody goes that's listening, or if you go again, did you get the spaghetti?
I haven't, no.
Okay, their menu is superb. Like their chef, I mean, we've been friends with them for years. There's nothing you can order that's bad. Truly, everything is like top notch. But trust me, whether you get it as a meal or as an appetizer and split it, I don't care. You need to get, and that's going to be like whatever, their basil marinara sauce with just spaghetti. It sounds very simple. It is the best sauce. I can't even, there are no words.
I'm down. Okay, so we're Italian, obviously.
You're done, are you?
Obviously. So like everybody in our family has their red gravy that they make. So like I make a homemade one, but I'm always down for like trying other ones because mine is very like me. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make you a jar.
I would be honored. I love trying people's recipes. Just know that it will only ever be second on my list, and that will just be
okay. No, that's okay because like there's so many like my grandma's was better than mine by far. Like, and I'll always think that like no matter what. So it's like I don't need to be number one. Like mine is different and it's mine. But like, oh my gosh, I'm so in because that sounds amazing and delicious.
I kid you not that because of COVID, they're obviously doing a lot of takeout. And I have very much considered like when I go to dinner there, I get it as my meal. And then I order a second to take home. Like, I actually think like, I don't have plans this weekend or my sister's coming to visit next week. I'm like, I should require her to pick up a bowl of spaghetti on her way because it's so good cold. It's just good in any fashion. It's the best.
No, I'm down. Like I will totally do it because that sounds amazing. And I love pasta. So pasta is like my favorite food.
Oh, I love
pasta. We usually do Italian for my birthday and then steakhouses for Mike's because I don't really like steak. I usually get fish. So
I like fish. I feel like I eat everything. I don't eat pork, but I eat everything else.
Yeah, there's some good steakhouses in the city too that are like fun and like super fancy. So
that's good. So I'm excited for you to have pizza this weekend and then do like in 6 months on your like half birthday, you'll do like fun big restaurant.
In like January, we'll do that.
I mean, in January, it'll be beautiful. So it'll be fine.
Exactly.
Almost the same as celebrating in July. Oh my God. All right. We have been live for far too long. It's been really nice catching up with you. I do want to preface anybody who's here with us, if you actually have a question that you want us to answer, whether like education related, team related, throw it in here. This is the last call. We have about a few more minutes in us and then we're going to like go be, adults in some capacity. What are your plans for tonight? It's almost 6:00. What are you doing?
Yeah, I have to make dinner.
What are you doing for dinner?
I think we're going to have pasta.
With marinara sauce?
Yeah, because I made a bunch of it a couple weeks ago, and we've just been like slowly like eating
Do you
it.
need my address? You can mail me some
I'm
sauce.
not gonna mail it. That would be so messy. Next time I see you, I'm literally gonna have a jar of sauce. People are gonna be like, "What?"
I'm glad you have your priorities straight. That is what I want. That's true.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna do like the giant mason jar just full of it for you. So, yeah.
Actually,
good.
I just went grocery shopping today, and I should preface. You like cook. I am learning. I am a new cooker. My pan has not come in, by the way. I know we've been talking about my pan. My pan is not yet in. So I have all these ingredients that I specifically, like I made a shopping list and I went to the store and I bought ingredients, but I don't remember what I'm doing with them. So I really need to like figure out what I bought and what it makes, like essentially.
So my biggest tip for you, like when I was learning to cook,
Yeah.
is I make a menu every week of what I'm gonna eat every day.
When do you have time to make a menu?
I sit down on Sunday before I go to the grocery store, and I'm like, okay, Monday we're gonna have tacos. Tuesday we're gonna have pasta. Wednesday we're gonna have I'll like sit down and just decide this is what we're gonna have, and then it sounds like it takes a lot of time. It takes about 5 minutes. Like
could you just send me your shopping list?
Yeah, but it's so nice because then you don't buy a bunch of extra stuff that you're like, I don't know what to do with this now.
Well, yeah.
Just buy what you need. And then you don't have to think about it either. That's the part I like, because at the end of the day, my brain is super done.
Right.
And I can't figure out what the heck I'm going to make for dinner. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to. I already decided.
I need to do that. I have 3 recipes that I specifically wrote down the ingredients needing. So I know I have the makings of these 3 things, but I like that you decided which one you're making, because then the decision's made. Like right now when I go upstairs, I'm gonna have to be like, okay, do I want to do there was a rice one, there was a taco one, there was a pasta one. So I need to pick. Should I just do pasta because you're doing pasta?
Yeah, we should both have pasta today.
Okay, pasta done.
It's so much easier. And then if you don't want it, you're like, oh, I don't want that tonight, you just flip them around.
Okay, but that gives me more options. I thought the whole point of this was that you didn't have to decide.
I usually don't do that, but if it's there's a night where I'm like, I don't feel like having pasta tonight, I'll just have what we were supposed to have tomorrow and then have pasta tomorrow.
Does Mike know any of this? Do you just make the call with him?
No, he usually helps.
Oh.
He usually helps. He's also way more picky than me, so
food-wise?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll eat anything.
Okay. You don't have a single food you don't eat?
No. There's stuff I don't like, but I'll try anything.
Wow. And your favorite category of food you'd say is probably Italian?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Guys, I think I'm addicted to sushi. I love sushi.
It's so good.
I can't cook. I don't know how to put it in my house, but if I had to pick a meal and it wasn't going to be the spaghetti we just talked about, I think I'd go sushi 1,000 times.
You could do poke bowls that are sushi in a bowl.
I know, but it's getting the fresh fish that I'm not in an area that I can do that very easily. That's the problem. You got to leave it to the restaurants.
That's true. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope you have a wonderful dinner. Thanks for catching up with me. I feel like it's kind of lame that we went live and talked about it, but it was good to catch up with you regardless.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to do this anytime. I love catching up with you.
We should catch up. I know that Jeff and Dave go live and that's their catch up time and it's turned into chaos. I feel like when we go live, we talked about very valuable things. We talked about decorating, food. We talked about education periodically throughout the entire hour. I mean, we talked about animals. Yeah.
We were very productive.
We were. Yeah.
I like it.
And I feel like I have a plan for the intro grid webinar that we're doing. And we talked about the event on the 14th that we're both doing sessions on. We kind of talked about what our sessions are going to be about. This is good.
I feel much better about the fact that I know what I'm doing now for that.
Yes. If you could tell me what I'm doing again, that would be super helpful. All right. Liv says, so enjoyed listening to the conversation. Thanks, Livia. I'm so glad that you joined us because we love you. She says, oh, during COVID, I made a list of things to cook that I refer to all the time. It's like a family home menu. See, Olivia, can you just send that to us so we can use it too? She's in Canada. I bet she has great taste in food.
I'm willing to bet that that's true.
I know. I mean, so we'll make it happen. All right. We're going to say bye to everybody here. We appreciate you. We love you. Join us for Mastery Chat on Thursday and like all the lives with Jen with her book launch on Thursday. There's so much, literally so much going on. And that the networking event on the 14th, remember, it closes noon on Friday. So make sure you register.
For sure. We'll see you there.
All right. Bye, guys.